Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
Are you ready? Freezing temperatures expected to hit the Alamo City. The urgent call from a local nonprofit to help those most vulnerable in our city.
And desperate for answers, two families grieving the loss of their children killed in a hit and run. Tonight, their pleas to the person responsible for their pain.
And same frustration, different side of town. Endless construction on the city's east side had business owners fed up and asking, when will the construction end? We get an answer from San Antonio Public Works coming up.
Everyone is bracing for Old Man Winter's brutally cold visit tomorrow.
Yeah, temperatures expected to camp out in the 20s and teens for at least 2 days. The countdown is on tonight. Weather Authority Adam Caskey joining us with a timeline of the Arctic cold's arrival. Adam.
Yeah, and I want to point out, not continuously in the teens and 20s, but periodically dipping down that cold in some mornings. So you look at our readings right now here in San Antonio, 43 degrees. Most of the state, we're in the low to mid 40s. But here's the Arctic air. It's just off to the north. You can see the cold front moving through Kansas right now, approaching the panhandle of Oklahoma. Behind it, temperatures in the teens and 20s. Below zero. Of course, it's not going to be that cold around here. This air modifies as it moves southward, but we're going to feel this cold not first thing in the morning. You're not going to wake up to this Arctic air. Actually, 43 degrees, 6-7 a.m. with some areas of fog. And then by the noon hour, we're at 60 degrees. It's actually going to be mild through midday tomorrow. 1 o'clock, we're at 62. But shortly after 1 o'clock, everything changes and the temperature quickly falls. I mean, I'm thinking about a 30-degree temperature drop in just a few hours tomorrow afternoon and early evening. And by 4 o'clock, we're 36 degrees. 6 o'clock, we should be at freezing by about 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. We'll talk not just about the cold, because there's a lot more to the story. The wind, what that means for wind chill, and exactly how warm the afternoons are going to be and when we actually warm up again in just a bit.
See you in a few minutes. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, and also how all that affects travel. So yeah, Adam and your entire Weather Authority team are going to track the Arctic blast. You can stay on top of the latest temperatures and also any changes by downloading the KSAT Weather Authority app right now. And there's a perfect way to do it, a shortcut. You could just scan the QR code that you see on your screen right now. That's just above Adam and Mike, and it'll take you there.
So amidst all this, will the power stay on? CPS Energy says it will be ready for the drop in temperatures. Part of its response plan includes bringing in all of its power sources online before the cold front moves in.
We should have all the generation that we need to be able to power our community. And we are having one of our power plants come out of the maintenance early tomorrow morning. So
CPS Energy says it has winterized its plants since the 2021 freeze, and while precipitation is not expected to be an issue, high winds are a concern. A spokeswoman says its teams are already on standby. You can report down power lines at 210-353-4357. CPS also holding off on disconnections over the holiday weekend.
Now, San Antonio Water System saying that now is the time to protect your pipes and your faucets. With the temperature expected to dip tomorrow afternoon, SAWS is telling everyone to wrap their pipes. Now, you could use foam insulation and faucet protectors. They sell them at the hardware store. If you can't get those particular items, SAWS says that wrapping pipes with rags or newspaper, that's okay. SAWS also has YouTube tutorials on how to turn your water off at the meter just in case your pipes freeze.
Meantime, flights around the country already being canceled. Here in San Antonio, passengers being asked to check their flights before heading to the airport. Airport officials also suggest arriving 2 hours before your boarding time. Now remember, print or download boarding passes early. Be prepared for your potential delays. You can also monitor flight updates on the airport's social media sites.
But if you're staying here in town, VIA is also keeping an eye on the temperatures. We're told that all VIA services are going to operate as usual, as long as the weather cooperates. But if that changes, VIA is going to announce any changes online. Starting tomorrow, anybody traveling to or from a warming center can ride for free, but you have to tell the bus operator or the VIA Trans reservation agent that that's where you're going or leaving. If you have questions or you need more information, we have a number that you can call. It's on your screen, 210-362-2020.
And there's not much space, but for those with no place to call home in this wintry blast, they will make the room.
That's right. Shelters need your help right now. The night team's Patty Santos tells us how some of the extras in your closet could make a huge impact.
Offices and conference rooms at Haven for Hope will soon become warm shelters from the freezing temperatures.
Even if our family dorm is full, which it always is, we're going to take in any family that presents to us at any time. We'll put them on cots in offices, in classroom spaces, anywhere we can find room.
Shelter staff will be making their rounds looking for people in encampments who need a warm place to stay.
We're giving out lots of coats, hats, gloves, scarves.
Nearby at the Salvation Army, the shelter is at capacity, but there's plenty of goodwill and desire to help.
Our staff is very compassionate here, and it is really heartbreaking knowing that these are folks in need, and space is limited.
All local shelters that help the homeless are in need of winter gear, blankets, and towels.
Our biggest need right now is winter coats for men and women. They can be new or gently used.
If they have a new blanket, or if they're able to provide a warm blanket for someone, to please bring it here to Area Command, and they can bring it to 521 West Elmira Street.
This is just the beginning of a long winter ahead. Shelter staff hope community members are called to give beyond this week.
Once the holidays are over, we see a significant decrease in the number of volunteers coming to Haven, so please reach out. We'd love to have people volunteer, whether it's one time or ongoing.
The bottom line is there's a need in our community, and we're going to do our best with the resources we have.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Tonight, thousands of people along the U.S.-Mexico border are waiting for the U.S. Supreme Court to decide the future of Title 42. The Trump-era policy allows the U.S. to turn away those seeking asylum. It was set to end today, but now that's on hold. Meanwhile, people continue to cross in hopes of claiming asylum. As the night team's Jonathan Cotto explains, those living along the border feel the impact of the migrant influx.
Luis Valderrama and his wife live on this ranch, a 350-acre property that runs along the Rio Grande in Eagle Pass.
My wife's out there right now at the house. We're out here by ourselves. So if I go out to go feed the dogs or whatever, whatever's out there, I'm armed 24/7.
The former Border Patrol agent says he is armed because of the large number of migrant groups crossing onto his property.
I've done this work for many years, so I'm not spooked or anything like that. But if I hear a branch break or I hear movement in the brush and the dogs are barking, my first reaction is to go chase them.
But Valderrama says he is dealing with more than just unauthorized crossings. This is the problem shared by landowners in this part of the border. A tremendous amount of trash left behind, hundreds of migrants who cross the river into the U.S. each night.
It's damaging to my cattle. I've had 2 cows die.
Valderrama says there are 2 groups of migrants that cross through his land.
Cut the chain link fence.
Those who want to enter the U.S. illegally, and asylum seekers like this family. And what's one migrant's trash is another's treasure. This man says they've kept warm with what they've been able to find along the way.
Con lo que hemos encontrado.
The cold weather adding to their already grueling trek from Nicaragua.
Venimos totalmente agotados del frío. Las condiciones climáticas están totalmente elevadísimas. Y lo que hemos caminado y caminado.
Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Instead of sharing Christmas with their teenage sons, 2 families are making funeral arrangements after a deadly hit and run. Now they're asking for help to find the driver responsible. Both families spoke to the night team's John Paul Barajas.
You took 2 innocent lives. They didn't even get to be grown. They're not grown-ups. You just left.
15-year-old Jordan Canedo and 17-year-old James Solis were hit and killed on the 2700 block of Rigsby Avenue nearly a week ago as they came back from Christmas shopping. The person responsible hasn't been found.
My little boy died on that street. I don't know how I'm holding on.
2 families bonded forever through their grief now say they're standing together for their boys who were inseparable.
They would always say, "That's my brother, Mom, that's my brother."
Police spray paint marks the crash site just feet from a makeshift memorial. Both signs of the heartbreak and anger that their dreams of their children were cut short.
He loved basketball. He wanted to do boxing too. I told him if those didn't work, he really wanted to be a veterinarian.
Joining the military, and he always talked about how he wanted to help teens who struggled with mental illness.
They now lean on each other and their memories, but vow never to give up until justice is served.
James, I love you. And I miss you. We love him. We miss him.
SAPD tells us at this point in time they have no witnesses or suspects in the case, which is why both families are asking anybody who has any information to come forward. As for the memorial site, it is growing and it is expected to continue to grow because tomorrow they're planning on having a vigil across the street here at Rigsby Avenue at the car wash at 6 o'clock. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Hopefully somebody can give those families answers.
Yes.
Thank you, John Paul. Well, drivers and business owners alike dodging debris and construction signs for more than a year. And we're not talking about the St. Mary's Strip. This is another local construction project aimed at improving the area, but business owners say it's hurting their bottom line. How the city's responding to their concerns. Next.
I have to kind of circle around through the neighborhood, through different four-way stops and stuff to get to her house and then try to figure out a way to get back to this main street.
That's the struggle that one driver shared with us earlier this month about getting around North New Braunfels Street. Construction work in that east side neighborhood started more than a year ago. And earlier this month, business owners told us that the work is affecting their sales.
Yeah, so when will it finally be done? The Night Team's Alyssa Cole took that question and neighbors' concerns to the city to try to get some answers.
Our streets are literally blocked off where nobody can come right, left, turn right or left.
Either make it through or lose your property. So we got to make it work.
Business owners along North New Braunfels Street say they've spent the last year trying to make it work while the city tries to finish phase one of a $9 million construction project.
Originally, it was expected to be finished in May of 2023, but we had some unexpected issues that came up that caused some delays.
Paul Berry with San Antonio Public Works says weather was a factor, but traffic was the major issue.
It is mainly because this is a very narrow road, and if we want to maintain two-way traffic, it makes it difficult to install utilities safely with two-way traffic from cars and via buses.
He's referring to underground utilities, infrastructure for gas, electric, and telephone. Updates the city says this area has needed for decades, but small business owners say those delays are coming at a cost.
4 of our small businesses have closed.
The station right down the street, across the street, they didn't make it through it.
The city's message to people in the area is to hold out.
Well, we certainly understand construction can be inconvenient, but to get to a better place, you have to go through a project like this and a process like this and do it right.
But when you try telling that to stakeholders in this neighborhood, they have one important response.
Hurry up.
Please hurry up. Please, so everybody can make it through this.
So will we be here to enjoy the perks of this construction is the question.
With the freezing temperatures rolling in tomorrow, crews are already anticipating some delays on their work, but we have been told this project is expected to be complete by fall next year. Alyssa Cole, KSAT 12 News.
And tomorrow, an HEB tradition hits a milestone as it hosts its 30th annual Feast of Sharing. The annual community event expected to feed more than 10,000 people at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. Doors open at 11 a.m. The event ends at 3 in the afternoon. The convention center will be filled with good food, live music, activities for the family, and the big guy. Santa will be there. Hundreds of volunteers ready to serve via offering free rides to and from the feast. The Feast of Sharing is free and open to the public. HEB has been hosting this event since 1989.
All right, now let's take a live look outside so that you could see the roads. Yeah, I-10 right there. It's 42 degrees at this time tomorrow. It's probably going to look the same, but it's going to feel very different, right? Because you're saying no precip, but frio.
Yeah, we'll be well below freezing at that point. By this time tomorrow, we'll definitely be below freezing. And then that's going to lead us to a very chilly Friday morning. Tomorrow morning, not cold, will be 43 degrees compared to Friday morning down to 18. Same with Saturday morning, Christmas Eve. By Sunday morning, 20 degrees is what we're forecasting now. And if that verifies, it would be the second coldest Christmas morning on record here in San Antonio. Let's get to some of the main headlines. If you're hitting the roads anytime between now all the way through Christmas, Texas travel, fine. The roads will be dry. No snow, no ice, no rain, no precipitation whatsoever. No sleet, no grapple, none of the above. Afternoons will be above freezing. In the 30s Friday afternoon, and then a little closer to 40 degrees and into the lower 40s in spots as we get into Christmas Eve and even warmer Christmas Day. So let's time out this front for you. We're going to start at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, 43 in San Antonio. Del Rio, 51 degrees. As I said earlier, you're not going to wake up to the cold air tomorrow, but you will be going to bed to it, that's for sure. Notice we get to 10 a.m., still mild, 55 in town here. By noon, we're around 60 degrees. Cold front. What cold front? Even 1 o'clock, 62 in San Antonio. Uvalde at 61. Rock Springs near 60 at 1 o'clock. Just wait another hour or two, and that's when everything changes. That cold front moves through by 3 o'clock. We're nearly 40 degrees in San Antonio, and then by 6 o'clock, we're freezing. So a good 30-degree temperature drop in just a few hours or a handful of hours tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then the temperature just continues to fall off through tomorrow night and sunrise on Friday morning. Friday morning sunrise, 17 Gonzales, 23 Cotulla and Carrizo Springs, even Del Rio 19, around San Antonio about 18 degrees. But you get up into the hill country, Bernie's 14, along with Bandera, Kerrville as cool as 12 by early Friday morning. Friday afternoon, we make it just above freezing by a few degrees. Worst case scenario, say we don't make it above freezing Friday afternoon in town, in that off chance, we still would by Saturday afternoon. So maybe 40 hours below freezing, worst case scenario, but that's a fraction of what we had back in February of 2021. That was 107 hours back then. All right, let's talk about wind, because the wind's another major factor tomorrow. Not now. Calm wind actually going to help facilitate fog forming tonight and early tomorrow. But let's fast forward to tomorrow afternoon. At the noon hour, right ahead of the front, you're not going to notice much of a breeze. Behind it, though, 2, 3 p.m., winds gusting in excess of 30 miles per hour. By tomorrow evening, wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Tomorrow and Friday morning even, not a good time for the inflatables out in the yard. And that's going to make it feel a lot colder, too. The wind chill is going to be the real deal. The wind chill's this pink bar and this bright blue color, the feels like temperature. By this time tomorrow, a wind chill close to 12 degrees periodically when that wind picks up. And then Friday morning, we're talking wind chills at times dipping down into the single digits. No precipitation, though. Very quiet across the state. You have to be traveling up to the Great Lakes and the Northland to run into the snow or any precip. Around here, sunshine. And that sunshine is going to go a long way for us, even in terms of mitigating some freeze issues.
Okay, thank you.
All right, when you talk to San Antonians and maybe some of the guys that tried to guard him, like Steve Nash and Jason Kidd and John Stockton.
Yeah,
Tony Parker belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, without question. And also Greg Popovich belongs to the Hall. And even though he's still coaching, he's eligible because he's been coaching for at least 25 years in that position. So people are asking earlier, well, how can he be? He's not retired. Nope, doesn't have to be. When we come back, who else gets the call to the Hall that has a Spurs connection? We'll let you know. And it's National Signing Day. Coming up.
This SA Salutes holiday greeting is brought to you by Gomez Law Firm.
Christmas is a time to be thankful for our many blessings. So on behalf of the Joe Gomez Law Firm, we want to thank our armed forces and veterans for their service. Merry Christmas.
Big announcement today made by the Nightbeat Basketball Hall of Fame as the organization revealed its list of candidates for the class of 2023, including first-time nominees Greg Popovich, four-time NBA champion Tony Parker, and former Spur Pau Gasol. Popovich, a five-time NBA champion, still current head coach of the Spurs, is eligible because according to the Hall of Fame's own rules, if he has coached for 25 years on the high school, college, or professional level, then he can be inducted. Papa's done that just with the Spurs alone as their head coach. You can also include former Spurs assistant Becky Hammon, is back on the list of candidates as a player after she had been inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. We just saw Manu Ginobili inducted this past September in Springfield. The finalists will be announced on February the 17th during the NBA All-Star Weekend. The class of 2023 will be announced on Saturday, April the 1st during the NCAA Final Four in Houston. Today is National Early Signing Day. It's when student athletes let us know where they will be playing their college ball. It was created to give students the opportunity to end their high school careers and enroll in college early. Over Smithson Valley today, 2 big signings. That's after big offensive tackle Colton Thomason, who stands 6'8", weighs 325 pounds, signed his letter of intent to suit up for Jimbo Fisher, the fighting Texas Aggies. And senior linebacker Gavin Woods is headed to Navy. Both players helped the Rangers go all the way to Class 5A Division I state quarterfinals this season, where they lost to College Station 26-21 on the last play of the game. Now it's time for both Colton and Gavin to begin their college careers.
It's just surreal, you know. I remember being in the 8th grade and walking in here and Coach Hill over there telling me that I was going to be on the varsity, and he had high aspirations for me. He said, "Oh, you can make this, that, and the other." I said, "Coach, I want to be a Ranger right now," and I did my time and gave everything for them. Now I'm ready to give my all for the Aggies.
I'm just so thankful. That's all I can really say. I'm blessed, and to be there here in this opportunity, just thank everybody, especially God, and just that's gotten me here today.
Earlier, Tyler Turner from Brennan High School signed his national letter of intent to play for the Oregon Ducks. The 4-star recruit is rated as the number 35 safety in the class of 2023 as he put pen to paper last Friday to make it official.
It's big, you know, it's just something cool. Last day of high school at the same time. It's something I've been dreaming of for 4 years. You know, I was here watching some of my older teammates my freshman year, and it's like I never thought I'd be here, but you know, now I am, and it's just a cool feeling. Oregon is just a great place. You know, great people, great energy, people that really care about me as a player and care about all the other players too. All the players care about each other, and so it's just a very loving community and very community I want to be a part of.
Then tonight over at Central Catholic, Buttons tight end and defensive end Braden Flowers signed with SMU.
I'm very excited. I've been waiting this for 14 years, ever since I've started playing football. It's been a dream come true of going to play at the next level, following in the footsteps of my cousin Trey Flowers, dad Eric Flowers, and brother Dimitri Flowers. So I mean, to be able to sign here today is just amazing and very exciting.
How about that? A football family. Congratulations to UTSA head football coach Jeff Traylor, who welcomes 22 early signees as part of the 2023 recruiting class today. Among them, 3 running backs. Rocco Griffin, a transfer from Vanderbilt, Robert Henry from Jones College in Mississippi, and Brandon High, 2-time first-team All-District from Conroe. How about another left-handed quarterback in Owen McCowan, a transfer from Colorado?
I started 4 games at Colorado. We're also excited about Jackson Gilkey. These guys aren't dumb. They know Frank's going to graduate, believe it or not, one day. And they know we've got a really good thing going here. We throw the ball indoors, and we like to throw it a lot. You know, we snap the ball approximately 80 times a game. So you can have some really good statistics. And obviously my relationship there helped, but I've made no promises to anybody. The only promise is Frank Harris is the starting quarterback. And the day he graduates, there'll be an open competition.
There you go. The Longhorns really in a big recruiting class next. Texas Longhorns boasted number 4 overall recruiting class in 2023 after they were able to land the biggest recruit in the Steve Sarkisian era in quarterback Arch Manning, considered to be the number 1 quarterback recruit in the nation, the nephew of both Peyton and Eli Manning, who threw for almost 8,600 yards, 115 touchdowns, another 25 touchdowns on the ground, breaking Peyton's record for TDs and Eli's record for passing yards. Now he will battle Quinn Ewers for the starting job. The Longhorns also added the number 1 linebacker in the nation, Anthony Hill, after he had originally committed to Texas A&M. But after being on the field and watched the Aggies fall to Florida 41-24, he switched to Texas. And the Horns also landed the number 1 running back recruit in the nation, Cedric Baxter, out of Florida, to help replace Bijan Robinson, who's turning pro. All total, 24 early signees. We'll wrap it up after this.
All right, let's just talk afternoon temperatures. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, 62 degrees, right? You may be thinking, what cold front? Just wait until 3 o'clock and you'll feel the cold front, and the cold air is going to come in with a vengeance. Friday afternoon, barely above freezing. By Christmas Eve, we're up to 40. Christmas Day, yeah, cold in the morning, but by the afternoon, we're up to 50 degrees. So at least those afternoons will be above freezing with full sunshine, which goes a long way. And then next week in the 60s.
So bring a jacket to work.
Yes.
You're not going to need it at first, but you might need it later.
Exactly.
Got it.
Have a good night.
See you tomorrow.